Okay, perfect. So I hope the screen is still visible and the audio is loud and clear. So today we have the listing of delivery with us, right? So most of you already know me, but still a little bit about myself. I am a full-time equity and derivatives trader. So I'm 23 years old and I'm based out of Jaipur, Rajasthan. I'm currently pursuing the honors in economics and in the third year of my graduation. So I started off my journey at the age of 14 and a little bit about 9 years of experience in the markets since then. And like I've traded about 1,000 plus people, conducted about 50 plus webinars in the journey so far. I am actively a fan of trading IPOs on the listing day a lot. So I have attained these 4 certifications so far in my journey. So that's a little bit about myself. Most of you already know about me. So since most of you, some of you may be new in today's live trading session. So just a little bit of rules for today's session. The live trading session today is only for educational purposes. The speaker shall hold no responsibility if you're taking trades watching the session. Please note that profit and loss is part of trading, and different individuals, they have different risk appetite. So please consult your financial advisor before taking any trades on the content shared here today. I am not a SEBI registered investment advisor. So, whatever we are doing here today, that is just to demonstrate that how we trade IPOs on the listing day, and not any form of buy or sell suggestion to you, or neither, any advice for you to buy or sell on the same. So if you are, looking at my trading screen and taking the trades as per that, you will be solely responsible for the same. So we have the listing of Delhivery with us today, right? This is the IPO. A little bit about the company. The company, Delhivery provides a full range of logistics services, including delivery of express parcel and heavy goods, PTL freight, TL freight, warehousing, supply chain solutions. So just a little bit about the company. You might already be aware about Delhivery, right? It's a logistics company, and it's one of the largest and fastest growing fully integrated logistics service player in India. And by the revenue, if we go, and the company has a proprietary technology system that enable it to offer integrated logistics services to a wide variety of customers. Its technology stack consists of 80 applications for all supply chain process. So now this company has a built-in network, built-in nationwide network servicing about 17,045 pin codes in 6 months, right? Or 88.3% of the total pin codes in India. So the network is quite vast, and these are a few of competitive strengths of the company, that data intelligence capacity, capabilities, integrated portfolio of logistics services, asset light business model, and experienced and entrepreneurial team from diverse background. So just a little bit about the company. And of course, if we go by the financials, then financials are you know quite amazing. If you say the assets are increasing year by year, the revenue is also increasing year by year, but the profit after tax, not so profit after tax. The company is still running in loss of about, I think, 891 crores, right? Yeah. So the company is in a huge loss right now, and not 891, I think it is 89.11 crore, because it is in million, right? So it is running in quite a big loss, so the financials are not really good. Okay, so now how we really trade IPO is that the issue price, the IPO price, is going to be very, very important level to mark on chart always. So what we are going to do is we are going to take a pause in this presentation, and I'm going to my charting screen. So we are going to plot Delhivery here. Okay, so I think the prices may have settled by now. It has settled at 495. The issue price was 462 to 487. So what we are going to do is we are going to mark 462 here, and we are going to mark 487 here. Okay, so that is a pre-marked level on the chart before even the chart starts to form. IPO price is like the birth price for the IPO. So we are going to mark these two levels, and employee discount was about 25 rupee per share. So from 487, 25 rupee per share is what? 462. I think 462 हमने already mark कर दिया है, so not really a concern now. So we have marked the two levels which are going to be most important, 462 and 487. Okay, going forward, this was about the issue subscription barely subscribed, firm allotment gaya, pura retail bhi, non-institution bhi, even employee quota did not fill up fully. So okay, now how I trade IPOs on the listing day, I typically follow a three system mechanism to trade IPOs on the listing day. I generally follow the AVWAP trade setup, and then I have the exponential moving average setup, and then I have the price trading setup. So I generally take trades based on these three setups, which I have practiced over time and created in a form of a strategy for IPOs on the listing day. So here we have, the most important slide ahead. The most important thing which you need to take care of while trading in any sort of instrument, even if it is IPO or any other kind of security, you need to plan your risk. Now, my capital deployment is 30 lakh rupees today. So the risk for trading in Delhivery is going to be 1%. So 1% of 30 lakh basically means that in case the trade hits the stop loss, I won't lose more than 30,000 rupees, right? 1% of 30 lakh. So now what I typically do is that I do not go all in, right? I won't take the first trade with the risk of 30,000. I will take the first trade with the risk of 10,000. And then going forward, if I get any more opportunities in the same stock, I will take 10,000 more risk and then 10,000 more risk. So I typically divide this risk, across the setups that form. So minimum of two trades I take, right? Maximum, I think not more than four. Minimum of two, maximum of four. But typically I divide it across 2 or 3 trades only. So that's going to be the risk plan for the day. अभी इसमें एक चीज बहुत important होती है, if I am taking with if I'm trading with 30 lakhs with the risk of 30,000, which is 1%, and if you are trading with 10 lakh or if you're trading with 5 lakh, then your risk should be 10,000 or 5,000 respectively, and not the same quantity which I'm taking, right? So please make sure you take care of that. And with that, if you're ready, then we will just go forward and start with our today's session. Okay, so let's see how the stocks are listing. We are Venus Pipe now. Venus Pipe is going to list in the trade to trade group, which is the BE group. So apparently we cannot trade on that because when a stock lists in BE group, then typically if we buy it, then we have to wait for the delivery to come for 2 days. So we cannot really trade in it. So we are just going to avoid it. I think its issue price was somewhere around how much? 326, and it has listed at 337. So I think maintaining a hold would be a good decision here. I don't think so exiting here is a wise choice. So just keep holding it if you have got the allotment. But fresh buying, no. Fresh buying at current levels won't be that great because we do not have any conviction on technicals or anything. So okay, see, I have not taken any trade since morning right now. I'm just watching the markets. So let's just wait for Delhivery to list and then we will just start trading on it. Okay, so let me just quickly plot the charts and get my screen ready. Just give me a minute. Okay. Yeah, right here. So I'm just going to plot the chart on 1 minute and 5 minute. That is going to be my price action trading setup. Right. So 1 and 5 right here. And the important levels were 487 and 462. So we're just going to plot that as well. 487 and 462. Okay. So we have plotted the important levels. Apparently, I think it listed in a premium. That was slightly unexpected. The gray market was running in discount, but still it listed in about like how much? I think 8 rupees premium, around about 2%. So that's a good enough listing gain for those of you who applied in full force. We still have about like 3 minutes before the listing. I think now 2. So yeah, let's just wait and watch till then. And yeah, let's see how the other logistics companies are doing meanwhile. Trading somewhere around the supports. Let's check out Snowman. Not so good. Let's check out all cargo. Okay, this is looking decent. So more or less like neutral moves only. Is it okay to discuss one stock apart from delivery? Yeah, I mean, which one? Because we are going to trade on delivery, right? So curious about the breakout in Zomato. Yeah, Zomato का result बहुत बढ़िया है. Revenue भी बड़ा, loss भी बड़ा, सब कुछ बड़ा है. I mean, yeah, see, 72 to 76 was the issue price for Zomato, right? And given the fact that it has given a breakdown on daily as well as on weekly, I think this is weekly, right? So weekly, maybe it gave me a week closing below that. So I think it is going to retest the zone 72 to 76 before going further downside. Breakout, yeah, I mean 72 to 76 tak ja sakta hai, but not really that convicted. Okay, let's get back to delivery. We are going to list in about 1 minute. So let's see if we can get any setups. Now the three exponential moving averages which I follow are 9, 21, and 50, which is 9 EMA, 21 EMA, and the 50 period simple moving average. This is going to be on the 5-minute chart. But for the price action setup, I'm going to follow 1-minute chart for the time being. Okay. Yeah, you can get the recording also. I am streaming this session live on YouTube, so you can also see the same there. Okay, the first candle is in formation. I'm sorry. The audio was on mute. So we need this green bar's low not to be broken, right? So I have marked the low. In case this bar goes to be a red bar, then my setup would be the first trade would be to buy above 491 with a stop loss of 487. That would be 4 points risk. And given if I go with 10,000, then that would be about 2,500 quantity. So I'll be buying above 491. So I'm keeping at 491.25. Let's check if MIS is enabled. Let's wait for 487. Let's see if it is getting broken down or not. Okay, 487 is taken out, right, with a big red bar. And agar pehli candle ka low break ho jata hai, then that setup is invalid. So we are not going to trade that. Okay, I think I removed the issue price level also. So let me get them back up. Okay, so the first bar low was broken. So as per the price action setup, the first setup which I told you about is invalid. So we are not going to see that. And I think let me just check if 5-minute pay the first bar is going to be green or red. Howsoever is it going to be. 1 minute पे तो अभी वो सेटअप इनवैलिड हो गया राइट क्योंकि पहली बार का लो ब्रेक हो गया हाँ, एक ए व्यू आप इधर एंड एक इधर this was 487 and this is 462. Okay, so I think 487 low key is acting as a good support on closing basis, but right now we do not have any such setup to act on. So let's just wait and watch, right? There's no hurry. Okay, 518 so far. Let's just wait and watch. I am not really in a hurry to buy or sell, right? Not in a hurry to make a decision on anything. So let's just wait. Okay, so the 5 minute bar might be at the juncture of closure. So let me just mark the levels here as well. This was 487 and this was 462. Okay, so the bar are the bar is at the almost the juncture of closure. So 5 minute पे let's see if we can get any price action setup. Right now what I have done is 1 minute पे तो मेरे को कोई price action setup मिला नहीं है. So I'm going to plot the anchor VWAP very quickly. How I plot anchor VWAP is I plot from the first bar of 944. 944 वो वाला price होता है जहाँ पे price gets settled out after the pre-market. So you plot one VWAP from here and you plot one anchor VWAP from the 10 a.m. candle, which is a morning candle. तो ये जो 10 वाली कैंडल होती है, this VWAP is typically the VWAP only, right? So you just mark these two levels and well wait and watch. और क्या, अभी तो कोई सेटअप बना नहीं है. 5 minute पे the first bar is green bar. So as per my setup, I don't need the green bars low to be broken. So I'm going to mark the green bars low right here. And now I need at least one red bar to form. So I'm waiting for one red bar to form on after the closing of candle, of course. So we still have 4 more minutes there. Let's wait and watch. For now, I think BSC पे कितना low बना है? BSC पे the low was 474. Here the low is 467. Okay, so 467.5 is the somewhere around support level right now, and AVWAP is coming somewhere around 494. अभी तो कुछ ऐसा सेटअप बना नहीं है. Let's just wait and watch. The first zigzag which can potentially form from here is that after making a low of 467, it gave me a sharp spike till 523. Now it can potentially come down till somewhere around this anchor VWAP of 494 or so, and then give me a fresh breakout above the new high, right? That can be one potential setup which can form. Or what can happen is that the stock may not come till the AVWAP and then immediately reverse and give me a breakout above the high, right? This high of 523. In that case, what will happen is after the breakout, the stock will start to consolidate a bit and this anchor VWAP will start to come up, right? So these can be the two potential setups which can form, but the bias overall is looking more on the buy side right now, apparently. Okay. So यहाँ से मेरे को एक ये high मिला. Now I have got like 1, 2, 3, 3 candle fall till now, right? So there are two kind of trades which I can take here. I can either buy once the stock comes somewhere around the AVWAP level. अब एक AVWAP मेरे को ये वाले low से भी बनाना पड़ेगा, right? So 494 to 497 के आसपास I can plan to take a trade with like 0.25% of the risk, because that would be slightly low conviction trade because we have not got breakout above the previous high yet. So let's wait and see if it can give us a trade somewhere around 497 or so. If it does not, then we will have to buy above 523.95 as our first trade, with the stop loss being at this particular swing low, which is coming somewhere around 500 right now. Let's wait for the setup to form completely. We are in no hurry to take a trade. Also, the 5 minute candle is almost at the point of closure. I think 1 minute 51 seconds more. We will keep a track on that as well. देखो यहाँ पे दो तरह के जो मैं ट्रेड की बात कर रहा हूँ, 494 से 497 का जो AVWAP है, इधर अगर पर बाय करेंगे तो अपना स्टॉप लॉस 467.5 होगा, which is the bottom point of the day, right? But if you are buying above 525 with stop loss of, let's say, if it reverses from 495, that would mean 30 points risk. This would also mean, I think, 467, 30, yeah, 30 points only. So let's take some shares here. I think ये वाला level इसने almost touch किया है, नहीं किया अभी. Let's wait. 497.80, right? 497.80, 30 points का risk. If I'm dividing it across 4, then 7,500. 7,500 divided by 30 is how much? 250 shares. Okay, let's wait. एक बार थोड़ा टच हो जाए लेवल, then it would be might some better. अगर अपन रिस्क को यहाँ पे थोड़ा एसेस करते हैं, then from here it is 30 points and from here it is 25 points, right? तो ऊपर वाला ट्रेड ज्यादा फेवरेबल रहेगा. If we are getting around 495 or something, then in that case the risk is same in both scenarios. But right now the risk is slightly higher. Okay, तो हम 525 के ऊपर बाय करेंगे, which is the day high with the stop loss of 498, which has formed right now. In this case, I'm going to go with the risk of 0.5%, which is 15,000 rupees, right? So if I divide it by that, I'm going to go with 585 shares. So I'm placing 585 shares buy above 523.95, right? So I'm placing 524.40 here. Okay, so that is going to be my first trade right now, right? As per the AVWAP setup, I think 5 minute पे second bar is green bar, so उसके हिसाब से कोई setup नहीं बनेगा. That is going to be possibly the first setup which is forming on cards. Buy above 524, which is this level. So you buy above 524 and you keep a stop loss at this level, which is 498. Okay, so I am going to buy 585 shares. Let's just make that 600 to get a round figure. So I'm going to take 600 shares above 524 and let's wait for the trade to activate. This is 25.75, right? This was 30.7. Okay, so like I said, the first initial base trend which was forming here, we made this high and then we made this low, and now we are, at the verge of breaking out above 524. So let's see how the price action builds. We are still in no hurry to take up a call. I had posted a view about Veranda, Dr. Pooja. You can just refer to the tweet which I had posted on my Twitter account. Let me just share the same link here. Right here. So you can refer to this. एक second, ये तो direct message हो गया. Okay, so let's see if the trade above 524 gets activated or not. I'm going to go with the risk of 0.5%. So 524.40 I am in, right? That is going to be my first trade right now, which I have taken. I have bought above 524 with stop loss of 498, right? So like I said, ये वाला initial base trend established होते ही, the first, zigzag breakout that I got, you can see very very evidently that जो anchor VWAP था वो ये वाले swing high के थोड़ा सा ऊपर आ गया अब, right? So this swing point is going to be now very very important, right? Forget about 487, right? Forget about 467 also. The stop loss is going to be somewhere around 498 now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the positions and I'm going to keep a stop loss here at 498. It is, right? So let me check the ATR ones. Okay. So I have kept the stop loss at 497.5 here, which is somewhere around 498. एक बार, I think if I could just plot the average true range once. Okay, the ATR was not available at that point, so we're just going to keep according to the level, that is 498, right? Okay, so let's just quickly calculate the risk here. 525 पे हमने लिया है. The stop loss is 498, which is somewhere around 27 points, and we have taken about 600 shares. So the risk is 16,200, right? The risk is 16,200, right? Which is slightly higher right now, right? That is somewhere around 0.5% of my total capital. right? Now what I will be planning to do here is that I will not be keeping the risk to be same, right? What I generally like to do is I like to pyramid my position and I like to keep pushing the stop loss higher so as to continue to reduce the risk and increase my reward, right? So now this price may not go one way. See, price, typically never moves one way. After making this high, it might come slightly lower till somewhere around here, 515, and then gave me a fresh pick out, right? So price always moves in a zigzag fashion, right? Rarely it goes vertical rally. So in case if I'm seeing 2 or 3 candle fall more and the price is coming somewhere around AVWAP, let's say 510 or so, then in that case, I would like to add some more shares here, right? In that case, I would like to add some more shares somewhere around that level in case if it is finding support around the AVWAP or the exponential moving averages and, subsequently push my stop loss higher. So let's see, abhi to we have not got any, so-called zigzag pattern. So let's just wait and watch. 5 minute पे भी कोई भी red bar नहीं बनी. The stock is going up and up. Apparently retail का subscription तो सिर्फ 0.3 times था, right? So it was completely firm allotment. Firm allotment में the stock is up about 10%. Imagine if this goes till the upper circuit, what would be the case? Okay, 543. That's a good move so far. Let's just wait and watch only. यहाँ पे एक चीज पे मेरे को यार एक चीज पर मुझे बस कंफर्ट नहीं आ रहा है दैट द प्राइस इज मूविंग हाई दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली फाइन बट द VWAP level is not able to come up substantially, right? If I just plot the AVWAPs here, this was the A point, right? This was the B point and this was the C point. So this is typically called a ABC breakout. In this case, if the stock moves vertical, good enough, but if it gives a break retest till 524, then the setup gets even more confident enough, right? Okay, so let's see if we are getting any, swing low information. Apparently, there was some problem with the YouTube live streaming. The OBS studio, I think, was not working perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record this session and upload the recording of this session on the YouTube channel so that the ones who are missing on today's live trading session, they can refer to the same and learn something out of it. Okay, so currently trading somewhere around 535. I think price action के हिसाब से तो अभी कुछ इतना setup बना नहीं है, right? We still need like one more red bar, like one red bar to form at least, right? So let's just wait and watch. I think somewhere around 9% it is already up. Venus 5 has hit the upper circuit, which was quite expected. I think, gray market ka premium only was somewhere around 25 or 30 odd points. And the listing at 326, 337, which is just mere about 10 points. This was quite expected. So it's logged at upper circuit. I think jinke paas hai that they can just still continue on holding. No need to worry. 533 coming up for delivery. Okay, let's just wait and watch. We don't have any kind of hurry right now. AVWAP is coming around 504 right now. This is the issue price. Let me just change the color so that you do not get confused. And 467 was the low and 462 was the employee. Okay, so the stock is, consolidating for a while, which was quite expected after the breakout. Since the anchor VWAPs need to come up a bit, like if they come till somewhere around 510, and in that case, the price is retesting the anchor VWAP as well as the exponential moving average zone, then it would make a good addition opportunity with pushing the stop loss subsequently higher. So it is retesting the level of 526, I think now, which is a good thing, right? Let's just wait and watch. We don't have to hurry. If you can explain why you put 2 AVWAP on the first 2 candles and the third low of the candle, ठीक है बिल्कुल यार, इसके लिए एक clean chart होता तो बढ़िया रहता. Let me just bring up a clean chart. Okay, so the reason I put AVWAP on the first candle is that the first candle that is 9:44 AM candle, that is the price जहाँ पे pre-open का price close होता है. So that is the first base जहाँ से open होगा stock. So that's why I put on the first candle. Then second candle पे मैंने AVWAP इसलिए डाला because second candle पे जो हम AVWAP डालते हैं, that is not AVWAP, that is just the VWAP which we normally plot from the indicator section. So that is just the volume weighted average price and not the anchored volume weighted average price. So that is just important. पहली कैंडल का अपने को पता होना चाहिए कि volume weighted average price कहाँ पे है स्टॉक का. Then why I put on the next 3 candles is because I got a ABC breakout here. This is A, this is B, and this is C. Right. So this is the ABC breakout which happened on the chart. That is why I plotted on these 3 as well. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now you can clearly see I got a retest of the breakout level right here, which is 524, which was the breakout level. I got a retest here at that level. Now as I said, यहाँ से stock ऊपर गया, ये वाला high बनाया. Now it is trying to make a new swing low, right? Now I do not know where the swing low would be, right? It can be potentially around 512 or even around 508, right? Or even might trigger the stop loss of 498. So in that case, my job is right now only to manage the risk and keep my stop loss intact at 498, right? And to predict where this can potentially form, I'm going to just bring up the 5-minute chart as well. Okay, 5 minute पे यहाँ पे मेरे को एक red bar मिली है which has formed right here. So as per the price action trading setup also, there might be one opportunity to buy. That would be to buy above 532.70, this level. So you buy above this level and the stop loss would be the swing low which forms, that is coming around 519.75 right now. So we still have 0.5% of the risk in our hand right now, right? So in case we get a price action trading setup breakout above 522.70, we can plan on adding some quantity and pushing the stop loss. Like 12 points ka risk hai as per the price action trading setup. If I have to divide 30,000 by 4, 7,500 divided by how much is the risk? 13 points, which is 576 shares. Okay, 576 shares would be above 372 point, 572 point, sorry, 532.70. Okay, let's just see. 5 minute पे मेरे को exponential moving average मिला क्या अभी? 9 EMA would not be there, right? So because I just have 5 more candles right now. Okay, so I think if it is taking the support around the AVWAPs right now, and then we can just add some more quantity, which is around 575 shares above 532.70. So I'm going to add like 550 shares more above 532.70. So I'm just keeping this at 533.10. Now this trade which I have taken of 550 shares, this is as per the price action trading setup. So iske liye mera jo stop loss hoga, that would be 519.75. And for the remaining shares, which is 600 shares, I will push my stop loss once I get a breakout above the level of 543.40. Okay, so I think 532.70 के ऊपर ट्रेड अभी ट्रिगर नहीं हुआ, 533 के ऊपर it did not go, so our order is still pending. Don't you check the behavior of mid and small cap? There's a history. If you have seen my previous live trading sessions, I have uploaded some recordings on YouTube, and I also have the Google Drive folder for all the past live trading sessions. So if you see in my past live trading sessions, then I do not really see how indices are doing. There have been days when Nifty has been down about 2.5 or 3%. Nifty has been down 3%, and the IPO has hit 20% upper circuit. And there have been days like Paytm and Azara Technologies when Nifty was doing quite decent, like 1.5 or 2% up, and the stock still hit 20% lower circuit. So I generally do not see how indices are doing. Let me just share the you know link of all the past live trading sessions. So you can see, I have traded a lot: Burger King, Zomato, Indian Pesticides, Indigo Paints, Nykaa, Dodla Dairy, and a few other uh, IPOs that listed. So I'm just going to share this link with you. If you want, you can just see the recordings of all the past sessions. Okay, so as per the price action trading setup, the second setup that has formed is, let me just write this up on screen for you: buy above 533, stop loss of 519.75 is, we're just going to round it off. That is not activated red, by the way, not activated yet. Let me just write that as well. Okay, so now that would be my price action trading setup, and this is my uh the AV trading setup right now. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so the price action trading setup, I think execute hua hai nahi hua, abhi nahi hua. Okay. So for now, the price is just consolidating around the anchor VWAPs, right? And if you just bring a see, the price action trading setup is not activated yet because the stock did not go above 533 yet. It is still trading between the zone only. So let's just wait. 1, 2, 3. I think on the 5 minute we have just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars till now. So 7, 8, 9. That would mean somewhere around 10:45 we will get the first 9 EMA to start forming, and somewhere around, I think, 9 more, somewhere around 12 or 12:15 or so, we will get the 21 period exponential moving average to start forming as well. So let's just wait and watch. Till then, we already have the existing trades with us. एक second, yeah. Okay, 523, 524, still consolidating. We are still holding the 600 shares from the first ABC breakout setup. Okay, sure. See you, Chintan. No, apparently there was some issue with the YouTube stream, so let me just take that stream video down once. No. Okay. So right now the stock is, just consolidating around the anchor VWAPs. Right. The first ABC breakout which happened, उसी की anchor VWAP के बीच में अभी stock पूरा consolidate कर रहा है. And I think it is just waiting for some volumes to catch up probably, right? And if the volumes catch up and they are able to push the stock above 533 and 544, then in that case the stock can potentially go towards the upper circuit of 594 as well, right? So what I just said is that if uh, stock goes above 533, catches volume and crosses above 544 as well, then we can potentially see 20% UC, which is a 20% upper circuit at 594.20. Okay. So we are just going to maintain a hold and we're just going to wait and watch till any kind of action forms in. So see, right now I have just taken 600 shares, right? And my risk active is just 0.5%. That means I still have 0.5% of my money, which is 15,000 rupees more to risk on. Okay, so the consolidation process is going quite long. Just making us watch and get bored a little bit. If only a move above 533 would prop up, we might see some volumes catching in as well. 520, 533, I mean, sorry, 532.70, 524. Now one interesting thing which I would like to share with you here, what is happening here is that from 498 the stock made a high of 543. Okay, and from 543 the stock corrected till around 519.75, which is this particular point, right? And now from here the stock is just going into a consolidation move, right? So यहाँ पे अभी ये पूरा consolidation चल रहा है, which you can very very evidently see between this zone. So this is going a bit of consolidation. Now, what I'm going to tell you here is that if this low of 519.75, which has been made, this is not broken and the stock starts to move higher, it gives me a breakout above 533. Okay, let's say if it gave me a breakout above 533 and then it moved further and gave me a breakout above 544 as well. तो उस केस में क्या होगा, ये 544 के ऊपर जैसे ही ब्रेकआउट आएगा ना, then this bottom AVWAP which you are seeing, this particular one, this will start to rise and this will also come somewhere around 519. So only after I get a breakout above 544, I will push my stop loss to 513.85. Sorry, 519.75, right? So we are just going to wait and watch. 533 के ऊपर मैं थोड़े से शेयर्स लूंगा and 544 के ऊपर I will plan to take some more shares and push my stop loss entirely to 519.75. But right now I am not going to do anything. I'm just going to wait and watch. AWL 720. Okay. Let's just check other stocks till then, how the other companies are doing. Until it is not going above 533, we don't really have to watch it. Zomato is up 15% despite the weak results. Shilpa Medicare Okay, Cochin and Mazda is up about 8%. So not quite a lot, great companies which I'm seeing right now from the gainer section yet. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So let's check if there is anything on Shilpa Medicare then. Um, well, it is up about like 12% and the volumes are quite high. But right now, I'm not seeing any interesting setup given the fact that it has also, leaving a gap on the downside. 529 for delivery, still consolidating. पता नहीं कब तक consolidate करेगा, but 531, okay. Let's see if we are getting a breakout above 533. अब ये consolidation है ना, ये consolidation is stock के लिए बहुत healthy है, right? Because as long as the stock is consolidating, this AVWAP will gradually keep on coming higher. ये जो नीचे वाला AVWAP है ना, which is plotted from this A point right here, this AVWAP will continue to come higher, and this will eventually come till 519.75 or 520. And after it has come till almost 518 and 19, then the stock will give me a breakout above 533. और वो वाले ब्रेकआउट के बाद जब ये एवी वैप यहाँ पे आ जाएगा तो वो एवी वैप और ये सपोर्ट दोनों मिलकर एक बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट बना देंगे, राइट? एंड इन दैट केस द मूव विल बी इवन मोर स्ट्रेंथफुल. 531 थोड़ा और कंसोलिडेट कर लेता तो अच्छा होता. So let's see if the price action trading bet will activate or not, which is buy above 533 with a stop loss of 519.75. Let's see ये अभी एक्टिवेट होती है या थोड़ी देर बाद एक्टिवेट होती है. LGB forgings 11 rupees stock. Heikel is up about 8 or 9% today. Let's check if there is anything there. No, nothing interesting as such. Just a small bounce back from the support after giving a, false breakdown probably. 532. Rightcom Group Home First Finance is up about 5% today. Okay, just a minor move here. Should possibly hold somewhere around 830 or so. So let's just see if anything more. Car trade, not interested at all. Best Agro Life is also 913. So nothing might be there as well. Bajaj Electricals 980, Policy Bazaar 719, Paytm 640. You might recall in the traders and investors meet, I had talked about how Paytm, uh, Policy Bazaar, and Nika are at a crucial support, right? And from here, even if you like allocate some bit, 2% or 5% or so, they're up about like 10% this week for Paytm, and Policy Bazaar also is up quite decent, I think, somewhere around 9%. And Nika, I don't know Nika, how is Nika doing? Okay, Nika is down about like how much? 4%. Okay. Power Mac Projects 1050, Sham Metallics, Torrent Power, Varun Beverages. See, the consolidation is going so long, 527 right now. And the anchor view app is slowly coming up. 1038 ho chuka hai. Let's see if the 9 EMA is still plotted or not. Okay, this line not. This is the exponential moving average, which is the, just give me a minute. This is the 9-period exponential moving average. So you can, I think possibly some issue with trading view. Okay, never mind. The 9-period exponential moving average has, started to plot now. It is coming somewhere around 521.30 right now, but it is still in the process of getting plotted. So I think, 519.75 might act as a very, very strong support after we get a breakout above 533, right? ये 533 के ऊपर जैसे ही breakout होएगा, the level of 519.75 will be very, very crucial support then, right? I think morning की पहली और दूसरी कैंडल का अभी भी 512 आ रहा है. थोड़ा और कंसोलिडेशन करेगा अभी. 525. So apparently, stock is moving in full consolidation zone. Now there is a small bit of possibility also that we might get, a move below 519.75. But in that case, it would not mean that, stock has become weak. Right now, for the time being, the support zone, which is 514 to this one, 514.90 to 524. This is the support zone right now for the stock, which is the demand zone, potentially the buying zone where we have bought the stock. And the stop loss right now is 498. This is the stop loss right now. Only after we get a breakout above 533, after breakout above this level, the stop loss will push to 519.75. But right now we are not pushing the stop loss. We are not doing anything. We are just waiting and watching. इतने लंबे consolidation में 6 to 8 participants even left because the price is not moving anywhere. But if the price is not moving anywhere, we are also not moving anywhere right now. Volume. How much is the volume though? I did not really keep a track of it. Might be somewhere 40, 50 lakhs. Yeah, 60 lakhs. Okay, 531. Let's see 533 के ऊपर इस बार आता है या नहीं. 532. Okay, again back to 528. Okay. So I guess right now what we are going to do is we are just going to wait and watch. Apparently, there's nothing we can do until we get a breakout above 533. So let me just tell you my trading plan till then. Right now, the trade that I have taken, I have bought at 425. Sorry, I have bought at 525 with a stop loss of 497.5. This is the trade one that is active. The risk here which I have taken is 0.5%, right, of my trading capital, total corpus. Right, this is the trade number one which is active, and the trade number two which can form, that is buy above 533, stop loss at 519.75. Now if I get a breakout above 533 and this AVWAP is pushing till 519.75, in that case I will trail my stop loss. But if it is not pushing till that level, then in that case I will trail the stop loss to this case. 533 के ब्रेकआउट के बाद जो मेरे ट्रेड नंबर 1 का स्टॉप लॉस है उसको मैं ट्रेल करके 514 के आसपास कर दूंगा. ठीक है, but only after the second trade activates. Right now my stop loss is 498 only and I'm holding on to the same. So we are just going to keep the trading screen as it is, and until we don't get a breakout, let's just wait and watch. And yeah, let's just keep an alert in case if it is crossing up above 533. I will get an alert and then I would like to see on the same. So yeah, till then, let's just wait and watch and see how the stock is doing. After 533, the stop loss 519 will be for all trades or for the second shares. Buy above 533 with a stop loss of 519 will be the stop loss for the second trade. And जो first trade में मेरा stop loss 498 का है, I will push the stop loss from 498 to 515, which is 515. Okay, because right now the ABU app is somewhere around 515, right? So पहले ट्रेड में स्टॉप लॉस 515 हो जाएगा, दूसरे ट्रेड का स्टॉप लॉस 519. ओके, safer trade, second trade कितने टारगेट में निकले? Okay, see, the risk is around how much? 13 points, right? So if you are taking a risk of 13 points, then advisable as per the 1:2 risk reward ratio, if you add like about 27 points here, then for the second trade, advisable target would be somewhere around 560, 570. Honestly, I am totally loving this consolidation. Like I told you, as long as the consolidation is going on, the anchor view app will continue to come up, and that is going to be a wonderful thing for us. After we get a breakout above 533, the stock will immediately cross above 545. I feel like. So this consolidation is quite healthy. Okay. Uh, the stock is, trying to take all the support it can at the 9 exponential moving average. As you can see, Penny tick pace on the 5-minute candle, it made a green bar. So it is trying to take the support at the 9 exponential moving average, which is looking like a good sign at the first sight. But still the consolidation is going on for quite a while. So let's just wait and watch. That's all what we can do. Until I don't get a move above 533, it won't be, great to comment right now. No, I'm just honestly waiting for the 533 level to get broken out so that I can, finally trail on my stop loss. And trailing that stop loss will also enable me to reduce the risk and, potentially buy more quantity going forward. Come on, 533 is like being awaited big time now. Adani Wilmar is in trade to trade. Why do you want to buy it right now? And buying it right now is, not really a good decision, because given that it has come up from uh, quite a low point. I think I told to buy somewhere around these levels, 550 or 570, when it had corrected about 35 or 40 odd percent from the all-time high. Right now it has, left quite few number of gaps. So if it like comes around 650 or 660, then it would be a good buy. But right now, no. Yeah, fair enough. Absolutely right, Ronak. Hmm. Please refer to my tweet right now. The stop loss is still the same on weekly closing basis as I had shared the link with you. Veranda May, this was the stop loss, which was 189.55. So the stop loss is still same 189.55 on weekly closing basis, which means जब Friday की closing होगी तब decision लेना. On weekly closing basis, my dear, weekly closing basis means Friday ki closing. Friday is still like 3 days away. Can you please check Apple India? Sure, Apple India. Kya, is it up today? 1031. I think this was discussed, right? Long-term stop loss is 760 weekly closing basis. See the analysis is already plotted. So it's at a good accumulation point right now, like 1000 to 940 zone. Quite interesting, right? So quite good addition point for SIP mode. Good enough. AWL, yeah, I already told, no, 650 to 660 is a good entry zone. For now, no. 717, 718, no, I won't advise to enter right now. Shada crop as good consolidation. Because 668, I think itna percent down, that is about like 7% more. So maybe small quantities if you want, you can take, but not in a big chunk. Sharda crop on a retracement or consolidation. Shada crop gave a good breakout on monthly charts. I recall back in these time, which was somewhere around January, as soon as the new year started. And I think now it is moving in this territory. So I think यार ऊपर पे इसमें एक resistance आ सकता है, which is somewhere around 800, right? So 790 to 800 zone will act as a good resistance for Shada crop. And I think buying on that breakout will not make a lot of sense. I think booking some profits around 800 will make sense. And then buying on decline somewhere around 595 or 600 level will make a lot of sense. So uh, I think after the pullback from the resistance, you can plan on buying, but 800 looks like a good level to take out some profits. Full on consolidation is going on. 525. I think 5-minute pay. It is still respecting the 9-period exponential moving average. एक बार तब तक 21 exponential moving average भी लगा लेते हैं. I think that will take a bit of time to plot. Yeah. 21 EMA has not yet plotted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that should plot somewhere around 11:35 or 11:40 AM. So I think, ये जो 9 EMA है, ये अच्छा support act कर रही है. And till like about 11:30 or 11:45, anywhere between this time duration, we will see the 21 period exponential moving average to form. So in case, the stock is still consolidating between that zone, somewhere, I think post 11 o'clock or post 11:15, we might see breakout above 533. That is just a, projected view from the exponential moving averages that will plot over time. So let's just wait and watch. Now, you can very evidently see that, I had mentioned AVWAP at that point was AVWAP that is drawn from the point number A, which is this particular red AVWAP, which you are seeing. That was somewhere around, I think, 513 when we were talking. And right now it has come up till 515.6, right? Because the consolidation is going on since quite a time. Now, a little bit more, 15-20 minute or agar consolidation chala, then this AVWAP will come somewhere around 517 or so. And after that, when the breakout comes, then this AVWAP will climb up to 520. और उस केस में जब 520 पे AVWAP क्लाइंब होगी, देन मैं अपने दोनों ट्रेड्स के लिए स्टॉप लॉस जो है 519 पे पुश कर दूंगा. ओके, सो वेट करते हैं 533 के ब्रेकआउट होने का, एंड लेट्स जस्ट वेट एंड वॉच. 533 निकल जाए एक बार, देन वी माइट गेट सम कन्विक्शन. हमेशा ये 531 532 तक जाता है, देन इट कम्स down sharply till 528 or 527. So 533 is apparently seeing as a very good level. Okay, 533 has been taken out. So we have got our much awaited breakout, right? 533 ka breakout aa gaya, and AVWAP is 515.90 right now. So what I'm doing is that मेरे जो सुबह के shares थे, that were 600 shares, उसमें मैं अपना stop loss push कर रहा हूँ 514.5. Okay, which is below 515. And ये जो मैंने अभी लिए हैं, that are 550 shares, that is as per the price action setup. इसमें जो मेरा stop loss है, that is how much? 519.75, right? So I'm keeping it at 519. Okay, so you need to assess the risk here very, very quickly, because that is what we always calculate first. So 533.40 minus 519, that is 14 points risk, which is 8,000 rupees, right? So 8,000 rupees here, and 514.50, 524, 514.50, which is 10 points, which is 6,000 here. So if you total them both, my risk is still 15,000 rupees. Okay, my capital is 30 lakhs. The risk is 15,000. So my risk is still 0.5% only. But my quantity from the morning, which was 600, has gone up to 1150 right now, because I have moved the stop loss as per the AVWAP, which is coming around 516 right now. So I have moved the stop loss to 514, I think. Yeah, 514 for the morning trade, which was 600 shares, and 519 for this trade, which has just executed with 550 shares. So my total risk is still 0.5% only. ठीक है, इसमें अगर मेरा stop loss चला गया तो मेरे 8,000 रुपए जाएंगे, इसमें मेरा stop loss चला गया तो मेरे 7,000 रुपए जाएंगे. तो 8 and 7 total is 15, right? So yeah, let's wait. अब अपने को किसका वेट करना है? Let's see, how attentive our audience is. Now, which level breakout do we have to wait for? Let's see how many were paying quite attention since a long time. What level do we have to wait for now for breakout? $544. Yes, absolutely right. ओके, सो ये 533 वाले कंसोलिडेशन के ऊपर तो मेरे को ब्रेकआउट मिल गया था. ओके, ऑन द ट्रिगर बेसिस ओनली वी कंसिडर, एज पर द प्राइस एक्शन सेटअप, आई कंसिडर द ब्रेकआउट टू हैपन ऑन द ट्रिगर बेसिस एंड नॉट ऑन द क्लोजिंग बेसिस, बिकॉज 5 मिनट की कैंडल की अगर अपन क्लोजिंग का वेट कर गए ना, तो ऑलमोस्ट 30-40 पॉइंट का मूव कभी कभी मिस हो जाता है. दैट्स व्हाई ब्रेकआउट विल ऑलवेज बी ऑन ट्रिगर बेसिस. So this consolidation is out now, right? We are just going to keep this level, which is 519, with a big fat red line, which is because it is a stop loss, and another big fat red line at 514, which is stop loss trade number 1, and this is Stop loss trade number 2. Okay, now C is not the case, so let's just get rid of that. Now we need to wait for a breakout above 544, और ये जब 544 का लेवल निकल गया ना, तो ये जो एंकर वीवैप है ये समवेयर अराउंड 520 521 के आसपास आ जाएगा, और जैसे ही वो एवीवैप 520 521 के आसपास आया, इन दैट केस मेरा जो मॉर्निंग वाला ट्रेड है उसमें भी मैं स्टॉप लॉस 519 पे मूव कर दूंगा. ओके, लेट्स सी 544 क्रॉस आउट होता है या नहीं. Once again we are going into the phase of just waiting and watching. 544, so we are just going to set the alert now, crossing up 544. ओके, दैट्स अ गुड मूव. आई थिंक जैसा मैंने बोला था, जितना लंबा कंसोलिडेशन होगा उतना ब्रेकआउट में अच्छी पावर हो सकती है. सो 544 नीड्स टू टेक आउट नाउ. 539 हो गया है, आई थिंक 536 आ गया अचानक से, बट दैट्स ओके. आईपीओस आर क्वाइट वॉलेटाइल ऑन द लिस्टिंग डे. ओके, नाउ एक चीज और हमें इंपॉर्टेंट नोटिस करनी होती है कि एनएससी का अपर सर्किट कहाँ पे है एंड बीएससी का अपर सर्किट कहाँ पे है. सो एनएससी अपर सर्किट इज 594.20, whereas BSC upper circuit is 591, right? So in case we are planning on exiting somewhere around the upper circuit levels, then we will keep our target in mind to be 580 and 590 as a level. So this zone will be my exit zone, which is 580 to 590. This, एक second यार, harmonics. This will be my exit zone, which is 580 to 590. Right now I'm just waiting for a breakout above 544, so that ये जो रेड वाला एवीवैप आपको दिख रहा है, ये जो ब्लू वाला एवीवैप आपको दिख रहा है, रेड कलर माइट गेट अ बिट कंफ्यूजिंग, ये जो ब्लू एवीवैप दिख रहा है ये 520 के आसपास आ जाएगा जब 544 के ऊपर मेरे को एक ब्रेकआउट मिलेगा. तो अभी मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ 544 के ऊपर मेरे को एक ब्रेकआउट मिल जाए, सो दैट आई कैन पुश माई स्टॉप लॉस. हाउ मच पॉइंट्स हायर वुड दैट बी? 530 14 से 19, so 5 points पे 3000 risk कम होएगा. 12,000 would be my risk in that case. Okay, let's wait and watch. Okay, that is coming 530 right now. Should consolidate for some more time, I feel, because 21 EMA is still some time away, 11:30 to 12 के बीच. 529, 528. Managing the psychology is the most important part in these cases. You have managed the risk, but you need to manage your psychology well. So that's why I refrain from seeing the profit and loss figure constantly, because the profit and loss will keep on fluctuating. वो plus 10,000 का 20,000 हो जाएगा, then वापस zero आ जाएगा, right? So refrain from seeing the profit and loss figure and just focus on the charts fully, because you have managed the risk. You won't lose more than 15,000 in case the trade hits your stop loss. So your job should be just to manage the risk and not focus on the profits. Just keep managing your risk, that's all. 544 is awaited now. ओके, तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा एक कैलकुलेशन कर लेते हैं, 1 मिनट. Our trade number 1 is how much? 525 entry. The stop loss is 514. Second trade is 533.40 entry. The stop loss is 519, right? Quantity was how much? 600 for the morning trade, 550 for the current second number trade, right? So 514 minus 525 multiplied by this. So I'm just calculating my risk here. You see, 6,600 risk on trade number 1, 7,900 risk on trade number 2. So the total risk is how much? Total risk is 14,520, right? Reward की मैं कभी बात नहीं करता. Reward because I never focus on the profits. You just let your profits run, and you just you need to cut your losers fast and manage your risk well. तो अभी यहाँ पे जो तीसरा ब्रेकआउट आएगा, that will be above 544, right? सो लेट्स से अगर मैं 544 के ऊपर थोड़े और शेयर्स बाय करने का प्लान कर रहा हूँ, तो 544 के ऊपर अगर ब्रेकआउट आएगा तो ये वाला जो स्टॉप लॉस है ये 514 से 519 पे पुश हो जाएगा, राइट। तो उस केस में 14,000 वाला रिस्क कम होके हो जाएगा 11,000, राइट। और 544 के अगर ऊपर मैं बाय कर रहा हूँ तो इनमें भी स्टॉप लॉस 519 ही होगा, राइट। सो हाउ मेनी शेयर्स शुड आई बाय मोर, in case if I'm planning to say, let's take just 0.75% risk for the day, ठीक है। 0.75% कितना होगा? 0.75% ऑफ my capital 30 lakh would be 22,400. So if I take just a minute, if I take 400 shares more, then that would be 21k. So 350, maybe 300. Yeah. So I can take about 300 shares more, right? See, if I'm planning for 1% risk, then I can potentially increase my cap shares to 700 shares more, right? But that would also depend on the breakout, how the breakout is following up, because time is spending, right? It is almost 11 o'clock right now, and the stock is still going into a, quite a good consolidation. So what I'm going to do is 544 के ऊपर मेरे पास अभी कितने shares हैं? 1150, right? So 1150 पे I will add 250 shares more above 544, right? As soon as the stock goes above 544. So I'm going to keep one more buy order, 250 shares at 545.10. I'm not keeping at 544 because around about कर देंगे तो 545, और ये जो 5 और 0 वाले figures होते हैं ना, they are quite important psychological resistance levels. So 250 shares above 545.10. So my entry would be 545.10 here. The risk would be 18,000, which if I divide by 30,000, by the way, would be 0.6% of the risk. Okay. So let's wait for 544 to be taken out. And you might recall that जब मैंने सुबह सेशन स्टार्ट किया था तो मैंने मेंशन किया था कि आज की मेरी रिस्क इज गोइंग टू बी टोटल 1%, राइट? 1% टोटल, ओके। Right, I had mentioned in morning that my risk is going to be 1% total, and if I'm buying this third tranche of shares, which is 250 shares at 545.10 with the stop loss, then this risk is going to be this way, right? So 544 के breakout का wait करते हैं, कोई जल्दी करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Let the stock do what it is, and till then my risk is how much? 15,000, right? As I had mentioned before. अभी मेरी रिस्क 0.5% है, ऊपर पे ब्रेकआउट आने पे आई विल स्लाइटली इंक्रीज इट टू 0.7%, बिकॉज दैट वुड मीन 1 2 3 4 5 फिफ्थ वेव, राइट? So let's just wait for the breakout to happen. 545. So if I'm not increasing that, that would be 0.4%, right? And if I'm increasing that with just 125, 150, or let's say 130 shares. So let's just buy 130 shares only. We will just keep the risk fixed at 0.5% only. And जैसे अगर breakout पे अगर confirmation मिल गया, फिर बाद में जब retest आएगा, थोड़ा नीचे आएगा, then we can plan. तो ज़्यादा ऊपर पे बाय करना भी अभी फेवरेबल नहीं है. 544 के ब्रेकआउट का वेट करते हैं. वी आर ऑलरेडी होल्डिंग क्लोज टू अबाउट 1150 शेयर्स, एंड द स्टॉप लॉस इज केप्ट इंटैक्ट. नाउ सी, जो मैंने मॉर्निंग में पॉइंट मेंशन किया था, ये वाली जो ब्लू एवी ऐप है, you can see it has come around 517.85 right now. How it has gradually come up till 517.85, and अब जब 544 के ऊपर ब्रेकआउट आ जाएगा ना फाइनली, तो ये 520 के ऊपर निकल जाएगी, and that will be a very very positive sign. Okay, so let's just wait and watch for the breakout to happen above 544. Till then, let's just keep the screen as it is. Okay, so the stock is still consolidating after the breakout as well now, and we are just waiting for 543.40, which is somewhere around, I think, 545. Like I said, we are waiting for 545 to be taken out, and only then we can combined shift the stop loss of our morning trade. And I think then we'll be having close to, we have 1150 right now, right? We will be having 130 shares more. So that would be 1280 shares. So we'll be having 1280 shares with a risk of 0.5% with the stop loss kept at 518, I think. Yeah, 518. Yes. 19.75 was the stop loss. So 519, sorry. Yeah. You know, this blue AVWAP which you are seeing, this is plotted from the A point, which was this candle, which had made low of 469. Then we got B, which was the candle that made a high of 523. Then this point was point number C. So we plotted the three AVWAPs from the 3 points, A, B, and C. Now we are just waiting for a breakout above 544 so that we can push the stop loss higher. See, as we talk through, वो जो हमारा AVWAP था, that has come till 518 right now, right? And 544 के breakout के बाद तो ये 520 के ऊपर चला जाएगा. So, yeah, we just have to wait now. We don't have to do anything else. Okay, Diviz Lab, can you check? I feel selling is over. Can bounce back from 4,000. Yeah, Diviz Lab मैंने cover किया था. I think अभी traders and investors meet जो हमारी weekend को हुई थी. Right. So like I said, vertical rally थी. ये तो weekly closing basis का stop loss था. That was for the very long term investors. But on the vertical rally, I had told that ये वाला जो stop loss था, that had got hit at 4,000 rupees on monthly closing basis. So 4,000 rupees monthly closing basis was an exit for the investors that had a view of 1 to 3 years, right? जिनका 1 से 3 साल का व्यू था उनके लिए तो ये exit था. But जिनका 5 साल से ज़्यादा का व्यू है, that I think ये वाले लो के नीचे ब्रेकडाउन आया ना अभी रिसेंटली 3790 के नीचे. So on 5 minute it is looking quite weak. I think morning का जो AVWAP है, that is just going to retest right now 3740. So yeah, honestly I don't know, I don't think it is wise enough to just buy blindly here. I think this fall is based on results, right? Yesterday also the stock fell about, I think, close to 9%. So there might be something in results. I don't know, I have not, you know, really checked the fundamental part. So buying right now is not really suggested. So no, I would just say, you know, just stay sidelines for a bit. I think maybe we are checking BSC chart. NSC might have moved a bit more. Yeah. या तो ये एवी आपके ऊपर तो निकल चुका है. एंड इंट्राडे के लिए अगर बाय करना है, then you can potentially buy keeping a stop loss at 3685. Intraday buy with a stop loss of 3685 would be a good choice, but buying for short term or long term is not really advisable. Yeah, weak guidance after good results. Okay. 544 का ब्रेकआउट कब आएगा? You know, previously we were waiting for 533 to be broken out, and now we are waiting for 544 to be broken out. So all in all, we are just waiting, holding the shares, and you know, just watching it through. You know, you might have seen that during the session, I don't really like to see the profit and loss fluctuations a lot. I like to stick by my trading view screen and just follow the charts. Profit and loss is like more like secondary. Loss is primary. We need to manage the risk well, but profit is secondary. Let's see what the audience thinks. Do you guys think that we will get a breakout of a 544 today? Or do you think this will end up taking the stop loss of 519 and 514? What does the audience think here? Tell me in the chat box. Seems like it will hit stop loss. Okay. It will keep moving upwards towards breakout. Okay. We have mixed set of views. 544 will break. Some are saying the stop loss will be taken out. See, honestly, price movement को control करना हमारे हाथ में नहीं है, because we are not the operator, right? We cannot operate the price. We don't have like crores of capital to manipulate the stock price, right? So controlling the stock price is not in our hands. Only being a technical analyst, what is in my hands is to predict the price movement and you know project the probability of move. Right now, seeing the three anchor VWAPs which I have plotted from morning and the first ABC breakout that has happened, the stock is trading all above the three anchor VWAPs. I think that breakout के chance ज़्यादा है above 544. Okay, but that does not mean that stop loss नहीं जा सकता है, right? Because controlling the price move is not in my hands. In my hands, what I have is I have just the ability to control my risk, and that I already have done. I have kept the stop loss and I have managed the risk well. डीमार्ट या डीमार्ट मंथली के चार्ट में लॉगरिथमिक टाइम स्केल पे ट्रेंड लाइन पे था, एज आई हैड मेंशन्ड फ्यू डेज बैक. Right. So yeah, once again, looking quite decent. Nothing much to worry about here. At a good stage to start buying slowly and might visit the new all-time high of 5,900 soon enough. Nothing to worry, until 3,100 is not broken down on the downside, which is 3,186, which is this low. Right. So chart is looking quite decent. Nothing to worry. 539 has come up. Let's see 540 कितना मारा था पिछली बार, 539.40. So 540 needs to be taken out first. Zomato exit. Zomato is not a hold for me. I would just say exited on every rise. Like I said, वो issue price को अपना retest करने जा रहा है. Zomato is not a buy at current levels. Never a buy. Okay, 542. Let's see 545 take out होता है या नहीं. 542 has come up for delivery. Ah, 544 कितना वेट करवाएगा. Okay, 5 more seconds to go. Okay, that is looking like a small red candle rejection from the previous top. So typically when such rejections happen, then I typically like to scale out some 25% shares. So I'm going to exit some shares here. मैं हमेशा क्या करता हूँ, if the all-time high has given a small red candle rejection from the previous level, then either it should first take out above the level of how much is it, 542.20, or let's see 542.20 एक बार टेक आउट हो रहा है नहीं. 541, 540, it is trying to face resistance there, right? Somewhere there. Let's see, एक बार एक green candle की मेरे को closing मिल जाए, then I might get some confirmation on the end. No. Three seconds. 540.10. Continuously, it is facing some rejections from the upside, right? So let's do one thing. Let's take out 25% of our quantity here. I am exiting 287 shares here, which is 25% of my quantity. Okay, so I have scaled out 287 shares here at 539.42. I am still continuing to hold on 863 shares. ऊपर का buy order अभी के लिए मैं cancel कर रहा हूँ, right? But I'm still keeping on 863 shares. So I'm changing the stop loss, which is how much was it? 863, right? 287 shares यहाँ पे कम कर दो 313. Now I think the AVWAP might have come around 519 or so. Yeah, so AVWAP has come 519 and eventually जैसे ही 544 के ऊपर ब्रेकआउट आएगा ये 519 पे completely push हो जाएगा. So I am moving the stop loss also to 519 for the remaining 313 shares. Is it right? So 863. So 544 has been taken out. वो वाले red candle rejection में हमारे थोड़े से shares चले गए, which was around 25% quantity, but that is completely all right. 544 का हमको यहाँ पे breakout मिल चुका है, and we are still holding how much? 863 shares with us. So average कितना आ रहा है एक बार मैं calculate कर लेता हूँ. Oh, wait, is that adjusted? I don't know. So my average is coming around 525.55 right now. 525.55. Right. And my stop loss is 519. And I'm holding a total quantity of how much is that? 863, right? So 500, 363. So my total risk right now is just 5,652. 519 is my stop loss, right? And my average is coming 525. Is that about right? Let me just check my calculation once again. That is about 17 points and last traded price, that is 525. Yes, absolutely right. So my average cost of shares is coming around 525.60, the cost of entry. The stop loss is 519, which I have kept in the system now. You might see the anchor VWAP has come around 520 right now. So 519 की मेरी average आ रही है, risk is 5,000. I am planning to, I think, increase some shares here. अगर मैं करता हूँ 544 पे 5 मिनट की कैंडल की क्लोजिंग आ गई क्या रेजिस्टेंस के ऊपर? अभी नहीं आई. So just wait for 1 minute more. In case if I plan to add above 545, some shares more with the stop loss similar 515. And if I calculate the risk here, 500, no, 400, 350 maybe, or 375, 360. Let's go with 360 shares more if we get a closing above that level. अभी वो वाले लेवल के ऊपर एक 5 मिनट पे मेरे को क्लोजिंग मिल जाए, क्योंकि यार जैसे जैसे टाइम स्पेंड होता है ना, over the time when higher time frames also start to act in, then we also need to give importance to the higher time frame as well. Starting में क्या होता है, जब 10 बजे स्टॉक लिस्ट होता है तब हमारे पास 1 मिनट के चार्ट के अलावा कुछ भी नहीं होता है, right? So we just blindsidedly sit with the 1 minute chart with us. But over the time, you know, as the stock spends time across and starts to form 5 minute, 15 minute charts, then we also need to give importance to those time frames as well. So let's just wait. अभी तो हमारे पास कितने shares हैं? I think 800, is it? 863. Yeah. So we have 863 shares right now. And this is the trade that we have with us. And our total risk is just 0.2% of our total trading capital. This is the trade we have with us on Delhivery right now. So you see how I controlled the risk very, very well. I, you know, manage the risk very, very well. And well, we are just holding the shares till the targets come across or we get any subsequent breakout to add some more shares. So अभी तो just wait and watch करते हैं, right? With the stop loss intact at 519. In case अगर थोड़ा नीचे आता है, then you can potentially like to add some more shares. But for now, just continue holding on with the stop loss of 519 till the targets of 580 and 590. So this was quite a bit of it from our today's live trading session. I hope all of you enjoyed and learned something out of it. अभी तो यार end of day तक इसको hold करो. 580, 590 I feel should come till the end of the day, and keep your stop loss at 519. You can add on declines, or जब भी ये exponential moving averages का अगर retest है, then you can plan on adding 9 or 21 EMA के retest पे you can add some more shares. So yeah, this is it from today's live trading session. I hope all of you enjoyed and learned something new out of it on how to trade IPOs on the listing day. The recording of today's session will be uploaded on my YouTube channel, and I will also post the link across on the groups. Till then, have a good day. Take care of yourself and stay safe. Shalom. See you then.